This is Roy Eckbold at Hagley Museum and Library. We're going to finish this gingerbread house today. We're going to do just the sort of decorations that you can finish on the side while everything's drying. A couple of things to make it a special house. We're going to start with picket fences. These are pretzel sticks that just have little dollops of royal icing on them. You'll find that there's not very many straight pretzel sticks, which is an astonishment to me, but that's how they are. The thing when you're doing this, the most important aspect is to make sure one level is flat. You take a straight edge and tap it on to make sure they sit flat. The next thing I want to show you is an axe and some wood. I took pretzel sticks, stuck them together with some brown icing that I had at that point, cut them in half long ways. This is where Dremel works out if you have that. If not, just leave the pretzels whole. It's not that big of a deal. I split them this way. We've been talking about making these axes, and I was to split a candy corn and run a pretzel stick through the middle and stuck royal icing on. And that will sit like this. Something else I made to put on the doors, this is a wreath. This is when you do the green, you put a star tube in, pop, pop, pop. I think I have 6 around. I have these little red things that you stick on. These are made from these ice cream cones. What I did was cut one down a little bit. I took some of my leftover mini wheats, crunched them up, and sort of sprinkled it over the top. And it'll stick onto that, and it gives it sort of a different look than just the Christmas tree. We're going to make the rest of this tree. This is a leaf tube. It comes to a point with a little cut out of it. The way you make the leaf is you squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go and pull. This works really good here. You hold this on the top, start at the bottom, and just endlessly pull it. Cover most of this cone because you don't want people to think it's a cone. They want you to think it's a Christmas tree. And again, you start at the bottom, work your way up. That way the leaves look like they're overlapping. The only problem with doing it this way is you're going to have a place on where your fingers are going to be. And I solved that by just putting a little bit of red on the top of mine. Do the best you can, as close as you can. Now put it down. The little red pearls, they call them, sugar pearls. And then you just sort of drop them on there. So if you have little delicate hands, or even if you have children, this really works. This is a good idea for them. Other than the fact that they'll be licking their fingers and be full of sugar, it wouldn't be that good of a thing. But just sort of make them random. It'll come across as balls on the Christmas tree. And that you let dry. That takes about a day. And you just let that sit somewhere and leave it be. We're going to make a snowman. Snowman's going to sit out front of the door. I'm going to use 3 marshmallows. First of all, you smash them down a little bit. Give them a little bit of a round look to them instead of a cylindrical. Just touch a little bit of... Just a little touch. We're going to make 2. 3. Now he's got to sit, so we're going to... Alright, so we make him straight. I draw a little face on him with black food dye, as you can see. If you're in a show where everything has to be edible, this is what you'll use. If it's not, it's for the kids. Use a Sharpie. Then I'm just going to draw a little face on him. Okay, little face. What I have here is fruit roll-ups. This is wild berry and sour berry, but it just happens to be green and red. So we're going to pull off a bunch, probably this much. And this is going to be Santa's scarf. And we're going to spin him around to about there. And we're going to roll a scarf across him like this. Cut it about here. Again, put a little drop of the royal. And I mean a drop. Come this way. cut it at a little angle, make it look like a scar. And we're going to set him up. I think I'll eventually trim that a little bit better, but right now I need to let him sit. We're going to leave him be. Now he has to dry, we leave him be.